Hi, welcome. My name is Donna. This is Yoga for You. And welcome to my living room, our Christmas tree. We're right now when I'm recording this, it's exactly a week before Christmas. And I know many of us are really busy trying to get those last minute things done. But if you're joining me, I'm hoping you're taking a break, a moment out of your busy schedule to just enjoy the breath, enjoy the movement. Our breath and our ability to move and breathe is a gift. So I'm going to invite you to go ahead and lie down onto your backs. Just close your eyes. And just take a moment and enjoy the stillness that you've cultivated. Notice what's going on in the mind. If it's running all over with all your lists to do, your chores, your errands, and see if you can set that aside. Just enjoy this gift of stillness. I want to share a quote with you. It's called The Gift of Breath. Think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Allow your breath to deepen. And as you lie here, place one hand on your heart, the other on your belly, and begin to observe the miracle that is your breath. Breathe deeply in and out the nose. With every rise and fall of your belly, give gratitude for what you have. Your passion, your work, your loved ones, and even the challenges, known and unknown, that makes you better. Then, as we move through our practice, remember the precious gift that you're carrying with you. And remember, you can call upon it to help you at any time and in any situation. Continue to allow that breath to deepen. And then slowly we start to move. Just wiggle those fingers and toes. Rotate the wrists and ankles. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, almost like you're making a little snow angel. Interlace your fingers and press your palms towards the wall behind you. Really nice stretch. And then hug that right knee into your chest. And release it down. Once again, stretch the arms overhead, interlace the fingers, press palms. And then bring the arms back, hug that left knee into the chest. And then release that down. Bring the soles of your feet together in Supta Baddha Konasana. If this feels too much this early in practice for the hips, the groin, then you're welcome to keep the feet planted on the mat instead. Otherwise, rest your palms on your lower abdomen. And once again, connect with that breath, that gift of breath. Inhaling, feeling the abdomen gently rise beneath the palms, and exhale, feeling it gently descend back into the body. See if you can find a little softness in the belly as we release those hips a bit. And then bringing those arms out to the side in a T position. Plant your feet and then heel toe your feet wide to the outer edges of the mat. And let's start to windshield wiper out those knees. So that means that the knees drop in the same direction. So we start to warm up the hips, the abdominals, the low back. Just a couple more. And then the next time you come, make your way back to center, just pause, heel toe those feet back in, and hug that right knee into your chest. Now flex your foot. So we're drawing muscular energy into this posture. Interlace your hands behind the thigh and ankle the sole of the foot towards the ceiling. Now, if you're able to find half a happy baby, all right, we're going to reach up with the right hand, grab the pinky toe edge of that right foot, and start to draw that foot down towards the outer edge of that right shoulder. Now, if reaching towards that foot's just not an option for you today, then just hold on to the back of that leg. So we're going to pull down into this half a happy baby, Ardha Ananda Balasana. And then if you want to explore a little, you can start to extend the leg out and bend it. Whatever works for you today. Just starting to get into a little bit more stretch in the back of that right leg, the hamstring muscles. And then the next time you make your way back to that half a happy baby, we're going to bring that leg more center. Interlace your hands behind that thigh and start to press your right heel up towards the ceiling. Keep your foot really active here, that floint through the foot. We want to try to maintain a little bit of a natural curvature in our low back, our lumbar spine. If you have back issues, you might choose to keep that left knee bent, or if you want, you can begin to extend it straight out along the floor, making sure the heel is pressing down. So I'm equally reaching up through my right heel and out through my left heel. Just a few more rounds of breath here. And then sliding that left foot back in, releasing that right leg and pausing. And then we're going to draw that left knee in, flexing the foot. I'm going to angle the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling, like I'm going to hold a little tray of Christmas cookies on the sole of that foot. Then reach up and either grab the foot or just wrap your hand around the back of that thigh and start to gently draw that left knee towards the outside of the left shoulder, coming into that half a happy baby pose. And if you want to do a little bit of exploration here, start to straighten that left leg out to the left and bend it back in. Just take your time, feeling into what feels good and right for you today. And one more time. As we come back to center, interlacing your hands behind the left thigh and pressing that left heel towards the ceiling. Once again, check in that you're maintaining a little bit of a natural curvature in your lumbar spine. If it felt safe for you on the first side and you want to extend that right leg straight, please do so. But be active. Press through the right heel and up through the left heel. Stay with that steady gift of breath that you established at the beginning of practice. And then start to bend that right knee back in and release that left foot. Hug your right knee in again. Flex the foot, interlace the hand, and we're going to go right back to that first side. So flex the foot. Now point strongly, and you might feel a significant stretch to the front of that right ankle. And then drag those right toes back towards your face. And then point strongly and flex strongly. And just alternate. Do this a few times. One more. And then rotate that right ankle in one direction. And then go in the other direction. Release your palms down by your side. Engage your lower abdominals and slowly start to lower that right leg down to the mat. Pause. Extend your left leg and see if you notice a difference from side to side. And then bending those knees, planting the foot. Once again, interlace your hands behind the left thigh, flex the foot. Press the left heel up towards the ceiling. And then point strongly and flex strongly. Point and flex. Two more. Point and flex. Last one. Point and flex. And then rotate that ankle one direction and reverse direction. And then release your palms down by your side. Engage your lower abdominals as we lower that left leg down to the mat. Once that heel touches, extend the right leg as well. Just pause here for a moment. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, interlace the fingers, press those palms towards that back wall. Gently draw your front ribs and abdomen down. A little moment of Tadaka Mudra. And then release those hands. Bend your knees and plant your feet. Walk your heels in a little closer towards your sits bones. Palms resting down. Now, if you've got any shoulder issues, then you might choose to leave your hands stationary in the static pose. Otherwise, we're going to move into a flowing bridge, warming up our spine. Inhale, press down into the feet, lift the hips. Reach those arms overhead, maintaining a natural curve in the back of the neck. As we exhale, let your arms start to travel first. When your wrists align with your hips, begin to lower down vertebra by vertebra. Keep moving. Breathing in, we rise and expand. Breathing out, we begin to contract, and there goes my big bull mastiff dog wanting to say hello. Inhale, rising up, I'm still here, she's in the way. Exhaling, releasing down. Let's do two more. That's one of the joys of doing recordings at home. The dogs, the cats, whatever you have, tend to walk in front of the camera, the phones ring. It can be exciting. And release down. Gently draw those knees into your chest, rock yourself a little from side to side. And then let's rock ourselves all the way up to a seat and continue to come forward. And come on to hands and knees. Now check in that you're in neutral. So neutral is not rounding up, nor is it sagging through the midsection. Draw your front ribs in, engage your core. And let's just do some circles. Drop your hips to the right, wrap them around by the heels and over to the left. And do this a few times in one direction. One more time around to the right. And when you make your way back to center, let's go to the left. Keep moving. Two more rotations. And then make your way back to center. Just a little cat-cow. Inhale, arch your back, lift your heart and look forward. Exhale, press the floor away, look towards your navel. Two more, breathing in, opening your heart. Exhale, rounding. Last one. And make your way back to neutral. And see if you can keep your hips directly over your knees, but start to walk your hands forward on your mat. Only as far as it's comfortable for your shoulders. Then keep a lift through your armpits so they're not sagging towards the earth. Begin to release your forehead. It may or may not touch the mat. Don't get too attached to that. And then start to melt your heart. Not your armpits. Lift your armpits and allow the center of your chest to melt. Feeling a pretty significant stretch behind the heart and the upper back. This is puppy pose or our heart asana. And then slowly rise up. Begin to walk those hands back. And step your right foot through into a lunge. Now, if you have blocks at home or something to bring under your hands, feel free to use those. Otherwise, you can just stay here and just start to sway your hips. Whatever feels good. We're just doing that exploration. This is that gift of movement. So do what feels best for you. And then if you can, make your way up onto that right thigh. Allow your tailbone to tilt down a little bit towards that left knee. Lift the chest up. Sitting really tall here, inhale, reach the arms overhead. Draw your front ribs in so they're not jutting forward. Now turn your palms forward. Begin to bend your elbows. Coming into those cactus or goddess arms. Open the heart. And then bringing the hands down to the mat, slide that right foot back. Bringing that left foot through, making your way into your lunge, and then maybe swaying your hips, or if there's something else that you're needing or wanting here. And then as I make my way back to center, walking up onto that left thigh, tilting my tailbone down in the direction of my right knee as the chest lifts, elongating my spine, inhaling, reaching the arms overhead. Draw your front ribs in, turn your palms forward, and begin to bend the elbows, coming into those goddess arms, finding that heart opening. Breathe here. And then releasing the hands down. Slide that left foot back. If you're not practicing downward facing dog today, you're welcome to go back into that puppy pose. Otherwise, curl the toes under, lift the hips up, and make your way into your first dog. Now, same thing. Lift those armpits up. Fill them up with helium. And then melt your heart. Draw your front ribs in, belly in, and then if you want to start to sway or bend the knees, just explore this gift of movement. Find a couple rounds of breath here. And then gaze forward between your hands. Make your transition to the top of your mat. Step, walk, lightly jump, find your forward fold. So a little bit of a bend in the knees. Feel as if you're lifting your sits bones up towards the ceiling as we root down through the heels. Inhale, rise to your fingertips or bring your hands to your shins and see if you can establish some more length to your spine. Exhale, fold. 2 more times, breathing in, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Last round, breathe in, exhale, fold. Now inhale, find length, add your arms, and rise to stand. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart, and release your hands. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. And as you exhale, bring your hands behind your back and clasp your hands. This is referred to as Yoga Mudra clasp. Roll your shoulders back. Start to squeeze the tips of your shoulder blades together. Just imagine someone has placed a little candy cane between your shoulder blades and you're squeezing them together, trying to hold it in place. Draw those front ribs in, breathe. Take one more round of breath here, and then release that out. Roll those shoulders a few times, and let's do a couple half sun salutations, and I'm going to tweak it just a little bit. Inhale your arms overhead. Bring your palms together. Exhale through prayer to your forward fold. Inhale, lift your heart, shine it forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, reach out and up, rise. Turn your palms forward. Exhale into those goddess arms. Tailbone anchors down as the heart lifts and opens. Inhale, reach up, palms together. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Release your hands, round two. Inhale, reach up. Palms together, exhale, bow forward. Inhale, shine your heart forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, shine your heart forward, reach out and rise up. Exhale into those goddess arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your palms to your heart. Release the hands, last round. Inhale, reach overhead. Palms together, exhale, bow to the earth. Inhale, shine your heart forward. Exhale, bow. Inhale, reach out, rise up. Exhale, goddess arms, let that heart shine. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your palms to your heart. And release the hands down. Let's take a real nice, easy flow here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms together, bow. Inhale, shine your heart forward, lengthen. Exhale, step back, plank position, or you can drop to all fours if you'd like. Breathe in here. Rock forward on the tippy toes. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, curl up, shoulders relax, long spine. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Belly in. Inhale, right leg up behind you. Keep your hips level. Exhale, step the right foot through as the left heel spins down. Inhale, rise up to warrior two position. Shoulders are relaxed. Gaze is over the right fingertips, and that inner right thigh is rolling open. Now bend your right elbow. Bring your fingertips behind your skull just to lightly touch. Inhale, release your left hand to the left thigh. Take it into that reverse warrior with that bent elbow, reaching the right elbow to the ceiling. And then as we come back out, we're going to hinge forward. Right forearm is going to come down the right thigh as that left arm is going to either stretch towards the ceiling or reach towards the front of the room. Wrap your right sits bone under, lean back, and now make your way back to warrior two. Bend that right elbow, take it into that modification of reverse warrior. Start to hinge forward. Come into your side angle pose. Come back to warrior two for the last round. Reverse that warrior with the bent elbow. Hinge forward, make your way into your side angle pose, Parsva Konasana. Come back to warrior two, windmill that left arm around and touch down into your lunge. Spin the back heel up and then hop that left foot in a little closer. Shift your weight back so that you get that left heel down. If it wants to pop up, try narrowing your stance a little bit. Feet are hip width apart. Now start to square your hips. So most likely your right hip wants to drop. Lift your right hip up. Drop the left hip. Inhale, lift your heart, shine it forward. Exhale, fold. Parsvottanasana, or our pyramid pose. One more time, breathe in, lift your heart, and exhale, fold. As we lift our gaze, hop your left foot back, step your right foot back, plank. Breathe in, exhale, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, curl up into cobra, meet back in down dog. Inhale the left leg up, keeping your hips level. Exhale, step it through, right heel spins down. Warrior two on the second side. Now bend that left elbow, bring those fingertips behind the skull, release the right hand, and take it into this modification of reverse warrior. Now hinge forward. Release the left forearm as that right arm stretches in side angle. Rise back up to warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Come forward into side angle. Last round, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Hinge forward. Side angle pose. Breathe. Rise up to warrior two. Windmill your right hand around, touch down. Hop that right foot in a little bit, shift your weight back and press that heel down, working towards two straight legs. Now lift your left hip up. Drop the right hip slightly. Inhale, rise to your fingertips, shine your heart forward. Exhale, bow. One more time, breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Now look forward, hop that right foot back, step back if you either down dog or take a vinyasa. Meaning everyone back in downward facing dog. Gaze forward between the hands, step walk or lightly jump. Inhale, shine your heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach out and rise up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Release the hands. Roll those shoulders. Just a little balance here. We're going to move into tree pose. I'll face the camera a little bit more here. Bring your hands to your hips. Balancing on your right foot. Lift your left heel up and externally rotate that leg. Let your gaze travel forward and find something in your room you can gaze at, referred to as our drishti point. Now the toes can remain down. You can slide them up, either below the knee or above the knee. Your choice, and maybe your palms come together. If you want to make a little star on the top of your tree, you can reach those hands overhead. Find that steady breath. This gift of movement, this gift of breath that we've been given. Take one more breath. Bring your hands back down to that heart space and release down. Shake it out a little bit. And get prepared for that second side. Lengthen your tail towards your heels as the heart lifts. Pressing down through that left foot, lift your right toes or heel up. Rotate the right knee out. You choose where you want to take that posture today. Maybe the palms come together at the heart space. Steady breathing, relax the tongue away from your upper palate. If you want to add that little star to the top of the tree, reach it up. Take one more breath here. Bring your palms back to your heart. Release down and shake that out. Let's take it all the way down to the mat. Inhale, arms overhead. Palms together, exhale, bow forward. Inhale, shine your heart forward. Step back, Plank position if you'd like, or skip this part. Lower down through Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. And then slowly release to your knees. Let the knees come wide as we press back into child's pose. And as we come, moving into pigeon pose, as long as that's appropriate for your knees, I'm going to slide my right knee right towards my back of my right wrist. Curl your left toes under, lift the left knee and slide back a little further. Now this may be where you stay. Watch you're not dropping onto that right hip. Lift your right hip up. Now if you're having any pain or discomfort in your right knee, you need to come out of the pose, lie on your back with your right knee crossed over your left knee, or your right ankle, crossed over your left knee, and maybe come into this figure 4 or Sukhi Randrasana posture. Otherwise, if you're a little more flexible through the hips, you can move your right foot more center so the right knee rolls out to the right or externally rotates. Once I have my sacrum nice and level, I can come down to my forearms. I'm energetically reaching out through my left toes, pressing my forearms down, and then trying to draw the center of my chest forward so that I'm maintaining length through my spine here. Pigeon pose is a beautiful pose to get into a lot of tight areas, particularly the outer hips, into the glute muscle, the piriformis muscles. It will also stretch right now on the left side in the groin. It's stretching that iliopsoas or the hip flexor muscles. Again, connect with that gift of breath. While we're holding ourselves in relative stillness, we can really connect to that breath. And then start to make your way upright. Drop onto the right hip and sweep that left leg around. Be active through your left foot, so get that Barbie foot or that floint going on. Inhale to a nice straight spine. If you're having any low back issues, whether it's chronic or acute, you might not want to round into the lower back if that bothers it at all. Instead, maybe maintaining this more upright position. Otherwise, if you feel comfortable hinging forward, making your way into Janu Sirsasana. Wherever you may have ended up, continue to try to lengthen through the spine, making more space. We do enough rounding and slouching throughout our day that we want to try to combat that or reverse that in our yoga practice. Now inhale, look up towards your toes, come up halfway, long spine, and rise up. Bring that right knee in. Reach the right hand back and don't stop there. Roll the right shoulder open. You can hold the right knee. You can hook, whatever feels best for you. Get a little taller in your seat. And instead of just turning your head around, draw your belly, your torso around. And only allow your head to gently move into the twist if it feels comfortable. And then slowly making your way out. Cross your ankles, rock forward, and we make our way right back into table. Now, if you're feeling like you need another down dog here to stretch out that right leg, feel free to go there. We're going to bring that left knee forward to the back of the left wrist. I'm going to curl my right toes under, lift the right knee, and slide back a little further. I'm able to bring that left foot forward and externally rotate a little deeper. Square your sacrum, nice and level. Maybe make your way down to your forearms. If your elbows are really close in towards your body, you're going to feel that tendency to round into the upper back. So walk your elbows forward a little, press them down, and then energetically pull your chest forward so you maintain length in your own spine. Keep in mind, if you're feeling any discomfort or pain in your left knee here, you really should do this on your back with that left ankle crossed over the right knee. If you're comfortable closing your eyes within your practice, it allows us to turn inwards to a greater degree. Just enjoying this gift of breath. And then slowly making your way up. Take a seat on the left hip. Sweep that right leg around. Find that active right foot. Inhale to a long spine. Exhale, hinge forward. And again, no matter where you end up, continue to try to lengthen your chest, your heart forward towards those left or those right toes, keeping length in the spine. Next time you take a nice inhale, look towards the toes, lengthen and rise up, bringing that left knee in. Reach your left hand back and roll that left shoulder open. Now get a little taller in your seat. Try to avoid just turning your head. Instead, begin to twist through the torso, allowing the head to just naturally move into the twist. One more breath here. And then slowly begin to unwind. Extend both legs out, shake them out a little bit. Sit up nice and tall. Low back issues, perhaps this is where you pause. Otherwise, if you're comfortable and it's safe to do so, start to hinge forward, moving into Paschimottanasana, or full forward fold. Keep your feet active so that the little baby toes are not rolling away from you, but instead they're energetically stretching back in the direction of your hips. Take one more breath here. And then lift the gaze, look towards your toes, rise up, come to a cross-legged position. Sit up nice and tall. Allow the eyes to close. Consciously relax the forehead, the space between the eyebrows. Soften the eyes behind the lids. Relax the muscles of the cheeks. Relax the upper lip and the lower lip. Allow the teeth to slightly part and the root of the tongue to relax in the mouth. Relax the lower jaw. Once again, come to this space of stillness. We've been given this gift of breath. Take a moment to enjoy it, to give thanks for this gift. Most of us have been given the gift of movement. So take a moment in this attitude of gratitude for these gifts that we've been given. This holiday season may not look like past holiday seasons. It may feel a bit different. But if we take these moments of stillness to reflect on all that we have to be grateful for, perhaps you're spending more time at home with family, less shopping, less running around. You're welcome to stay here. If you would like to release yourself down onto your backs and find a comfortable space for Shavasana. Feeling the body taking on that quality of heaviness, of sinking or melting towards the floor. Taking on this sense of lightness through our hearts, our minds. Stay here as long as you need or want, giving yourself this gift of relaxation. I thank you for joining me today, sharing in this practice, sharing our individual spaces, and sharing our energy. I wish all of you a very, very happy holiday season. Namaste.